Hello, you guys, and welcome back to the Love Letters from Lakyn podcast. If you cannot tell, my voice is slightly gone today, and that is because last week I got very, very sick because I was not taking care of my body. I was going too hard. We'll get into that in a little bit, but also my friends and I went to the Pitbull concert this past Saturday night, and I screamed my lungs out. Like, I probably ripped a vocal cord because of how loud I was being. I'm actually still a little bit anxious about the way I acted because I'm pretty sure I was very, very out of my mind. And Pitbull he put on such a great show. Like, it was so good. But anyways, I'm drinking my little lemon water today, hot lemon water, because I'm trying to get my voice back. Plus, I've been working, and whenever you're dealing with a group of 40 to 60 kids, sometimes you do have to raise your voice to get them to hear you, and you have to talk over them. And so it's just been one thing after another, and I literally couldn't record yesterday. Today is Tuesday, so day before that podcast comes out. So happy Wednesday when you're listening to this. But anyways, yesterday I could not record because my voice was worse than it is right now. So I will be sipping on this lemon water during the episode today, so please excuse that. I will say this tastes a little funky because I used hot water for my Keurig, but normally I'll do like a run through of the water to get like any coffee grounds out. But this time I just took out like the previous pod and then just like made my lemon water. And so there's literal like coffee grounds in here, which is disgusting. It tastes kind of weird, but I'm too lazy to make another one. So this is what we're doing today. But anyways, I do want to come on here and apologize to you guys for my lack of excitement, lack of creativity in my most recent, the past couple weeks really with the podcast. Like I mentioned the last time I recorded, I have been experiencing, some major burnout, and I haven't really been wanting to record, and I always want to be honest with you guys and transparent. And last week I unfortunately made some decisions that probably weren't the best for myself, and I really wore myself out and was saying yes to a lot of things, and that caused me to get sick and just not be my best self last week. And that's okay, and it happens, and it's not something that I'm gonna beat myself up for, but I hope you guys don't beat me up for it. Last week I just really needed to let myself rest and let myself feel better, and really just spend some time with myself, realign myself and what my goals are, realize what's important, where my priorities lie. And I think last week I made some decisions to, stay up really late and just one too many drinks with my friends. And, I always think that getting sick is a reminder to slow down. And that definitely reminded me. It kicked my booty back into shape because now I am almost back into the full swing of things. I'm on grind time. I'm feeling ready to get back into the full swing of the podcast and start marketing it more, start putting myself out there more, because truthfully, it's not going to grow if I'm not putting it out there, and I just haven't been promoting it the way I should. So, I don't know why I'm sharing all this, but just thought I would let you guys know. I mean, what I come on here to do is to yap. So, today's episode's going to be a lot of just kind of life updates and things that have been going on lately, and some fun pop culture things, some fun things that I've been doing, my recent obsessions, what I've been up to. But I also do want to talk a lot about pop culture today and some musical things, because pop is so back, y'all, and we're going to get into it. But there's just so many fun tours going on around the world right now and around the country. So much fun music, so much like stage presence is happening, and I'm obsessed, and I definitely want to get into concert culture and everything like that. So we will be getting into that today, but let's start with our weekly report. Let's start off simple. Charli XCX is finally releasing a Brat remix album. I think it's called like Brat, but it's completely different, but it's also the same. But you know what? I don't even know. I love how, the thing is, if you're not a Charli XCX fan, you won't understand like her album titles, but to sum things up for you, Brat was the original album that came out this summer, and then her other albums are Brat, and it's the same, but there's 3 more songs, so it's not. So that's like the deluxe album. And then the new one that's coming out is Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat. And that is the remix album. So this album comes out October 11th. I'm so freaking excited for it because I've been waiting for a remix album ever since, Von Dutch with Addison Rae, Girl So Confusing with Lorde, the Talk Talk remix with Troye Sivan. There's so many, she's already released so many remixes. This is going to be a full remix album, a remix for every song, I hope. But I did make a dent in my bank account by ordering this like limited print run of the Brat vinyl. So it's the remix album, but it has 3 records in it, 3 LPs, because like one is the remix, one is the normal album, and then I don't know what's on the last one, but there's 3 records and it's one print only. Like she's only going to print it one time, so once it's gone, it's gone. I'm pretty sure it's already sold out, but I'm subscribed to her text messages, so she sends out texts to those fans about like that stuff being in stock before anyone else can get it. Which, thank you, Charlie. I love you. It feels like we're besties when I get a text from her and she's like, this is only printing one time. Go get it while you can. And I'm so glad I didn't order any of the other records before this. I haven't ordered any Brat merch because I was waiting for something good. And I'm really glad I got this one because this is like the ultimate Brat record, vinyl record. So I'm really excited for that to come in. I have just been kind of buying things for myself and compensating it by being like, oh, well, my birthday's in a couple weeks, so it's a birthday gift. And it's happened too many times, so you guys get it. Experiencing being sick, taking on new adventures, but and maybe trusting too easily. I definitely feel like in my lifetime I trust so easily, and I always look for the good in some people. And then you realize, like, later down the road, you're like, I actually don't want them to be a part of my life because they don't align with the same things I do. And I think I, in the past couple weeks, have been a little too trusting with some people that I should not be hanging out with. So, anyways, I'm not going to get too into that because that's my personal life. But we've learned our lesson. And, yeah, I've been experiencing a lot of interesting, weird feelings about, realizing, okay, I need to be more careful about who I hang around and who I let into my life and who I choose to be friends with, because it truly is like who you hang out with is who you are. And I don't want to fall back into my habit of partying all the time like I used to a couple years ago. I used to go out probably 5 days a week, and I just don't want to fall back into that again because I know how it makes me feel. It does not make me feel good. It makes me feel unmotivated. I lose money from it, and overall it just genuinely does not benefit me whatsoever. And you guys know I'm a party girl. I love to have fun. I love to go out every once in a while, but that's the key, is every once in a while, and prioritizing, okay, how will this affect me tomorrow if I do this tonight? Will I be miserable at work? Yes. Will I be able to get anything done tomorrow? No. So, I'm trying to find that balance again of going out and still having fun and having these experiences with my friends, but also, okay, during the weekdays, like making the weekdays my priority to focus on the real shit that I need to get to and focusing on myself and spending time with myself. So, experiencing that. I haven't really been playing many games, to be honest, like occasionally Dress to Impress. I've kind of dabbled in Sims a little bit here and there, but still, gaming has just not really seemed fun to me recently. I am kind of in my watching TV series era. I did just finish up How I Met Your Mother for my second time ever watching it. Love that show so much. I genuinely think that's one of my favorite shows, hands down. It's so funny, but it's also so moving, and I love shows about a bit of friend group who you see just grow together. I think it's so special, and it's so fun to watch their character development and growth. I've been watching Gravity Falls because I just recently picked up the Book of Bill, which if you guys don't know the Gravity Falls lore, basically Bill Cipher is this like all-knowing, like godlike type species, or like, well, there's only one of him, creature, I guess, and he's the antagonist in the show Gravity Falls. And Alex Hirsch, the creator and writer of Gravity Falls, wrote this book called The Book of Bill, and it's basically from Bill Cipher's perspective of what all went down on the show, but it's a little bit deeper. It's made for adults when in reality that TV show was marketed towards children. When we were younger, it was on Disney XD, and I feel like Alex Hirsch was never able to go as deep as he does in The Book of Bill because it was a Disney show. He literally could not go as deep as he wanted. So I'm glad that he's able to release this book and kind of give us a look into, okay, this is what I would have done if it had been taken on by like, what's that? CW? No, wait, Cartoon Network. If Cartoon Network picked it up, Gravity Falls could have been crazy, but still an iconic show. And I'm excited to read more in the Book of Bill. I'm obsessed with like all weird things like that. Gravity Falls raised me. And my sister and I used to spend hours watching. We'd watch one episode, like the newest episode of the week, and then we would go and watch all the YouTube videos on it about all the conspiracies and stuff. So, lemon water break. Take one with me, if you please. That's for whoever has requested ASMR. Okay, I love lemon water, but I am getting hints of coffee bean in there. Okay, I have been watching a little bit Only Murders in the Building, which I know it's been out for years now, but I think Selena Gomez or the show just won an Emmy for something for it, but my parents started watching it upstairs, and I was like, ooh, whenever dads kind of see you watching something, they stand in front of the TV. Well, that was me. They started watching it, and I was just standing there like, wow, I need to get into the show. So I started watching it myself. I'm only on like episode 4, but I'm really into it right now. I don't want to skip ahead, but I'm kind of obsessing over all things like kind of mystery crime right now. So we'll get into that in a minute. But, actually obsessing is the next one. So that takes us into what I'm obsessed with. I am obsessing over Only Murders in the Building. I'm reading the Housemaid series right now, and it's a mystery, like psychological thriller, and I'm so into that right now, the suspense of it all. So it all kind of just goes together and wraps up in a nice little bow. I've never been one to be into like crime, psychology, I love thriller, I love horror, but never like the mystery aspect of it. I've never really been into that. I, of course, am obsessed with the Knives Out movies, the Knives Out franchise, but I just have never been really into it. But I'm so obsessed right now with the show and all things psychological thriller books. So obsessing over that, obsessing over Sunny Angels, of course. I'll get into that in a second. I'm obsessing over, definitely my birthday coming up. I've been thinking about it a lot. I need to make a plan for my friends because I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want it to be perfect, but I can't hold it to that high of a standard because something always goes wrong on your birthday. It's not going to be perfect. And if you expect it to be perfect, you're going to be disappointed. So I am just trying not to put too much pressure on it. I'm just trying to keep it really low key. Maybe we'll do a fun dinner. I definitely want everyone to dress up as a Taylor Swift era. I need to order a cardboard cutout of Taylor. Anyways, been obsessing over making money, honestly. Like I said a couple weeks ago, you guys, I have been addicted to the grind. Well, addicted to money making. I have been overworking myself, which hence why I got sick. I've been just any chance to make money, I immediately say yes to and I grab onto it because this is going to sound really bad, but money feels like power to me. I haven't ever made this much money in my life, especially now living at home and not having to pay rent. I have never held so much money in my savings before, and it feels so good to add money to my savings and know that I won't be touching it for a very long time, and knowing that, I have part of my future in a bank account that I can't access. It makes me feel very comfortable with where I'm going. It makes me feel secure with where I'm going. And so I've been in the work mode, I've been doing a lot of childcare, a lot of extra babysitting besides my regular job. I've been helping out with my hospitality job. Like, I am taking any chance to make money right now. And that's a good and bad thing because, again, I am getting pretty burnt out pretty quickly, and I need to learn to just slow down and take a break. Luckily, this week I don't have as much going on as I did last week and the week before. Like I told you guys, I had like those shifts back to back to back, which I did survive, by the way. But yeah, I've just been doing that to myself a lot, and it's like, okay, Lakyn, you are allowed to give yourself a break. Like, you're making plenty of money. You don't need to say yes to everything. So definitely been addicted to making them. It's so easy, just like the quick money. Anyways, okay, reading, like I said, I did start reading Beartown by Frederick Backman, but I just wasn't into it at the moment. I'm a huge mood reader, so the scariest part is about that is if I start a book at night because I'm really feeling it, I could wake up the next day and not be interested in it all, and then I just like don't go back to it for a long time, which is fine, but it does get quite annoying. I will say though, I was in a huge reading slump, and I was talking to my friend Juliana, and I was like, I just need to go to the bookstore. Like, nothing on my shelves was interesting me, and I know that's so bad because I have literally so many books. But if I am not in the mood, I will not be able to get through it. I will not be interested. I won't be able to pick it up. So I went to Target, got a few things that I needed, and I was in the book aisle, and I saw The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and I saw that was only like $11. I'm like, wait, I've heard so many good things about that, and it's fall time now. Like, let's get a thriller. It's a psychological thriller. I binged that book, you guys, immediately. As soon as I got home, I showered, got myself cozy in my room, read for 3 hours. I read half of the book that night, the rest of it the next day. I finished it in under 24 hours, and it was so good. I rated it a 5-star, I think. It immediately got me out of my book slump. I started reading the second one in the Housemaid series last night, which is called The Housemaid's Secret, I believe. I started reading it last night. I'm already like 150 pages into it. Like, book slump over. We are so back, and I'm so excited because fall is the perfect time to read. I can't be having a book slump. Like, it feels like a waste. So I'm just obsessed right now. I'm obsessed with psychological thrillers. I'm obsessed with the suspense of it all. I love creepy things. I love horror movies. I love all of that. So it's definitely been fun to be excited again about, when I'm at work, I'm like, wow, I can't wait to go home and read my book. I haven't felt that in a really long time. So it's super exciting. Treating myself to way too much. Like I said earlier, I have been in a bad habit of every time I buy something, I'm like, oh, it's for my birthday though. Like, it's a birthday gift to myself. Like, girl, you cannot be doing that every single time you go to the store. Like, I went to Sephora the other day to buy birthday gifts for my other friends because their birthdays are in October, and we're doing a little gift exchange next week. And I picked up a lip gloss for myself, and I'm like, for my birthday. And I'm like, you did not need to spend an extra $20. And then I bought the other day on Amazon, because they don't have it in stock on the Sunny Angels website, I bought the birthday bear surprise gift, which I'm actually really excited about because I do want to put it on my birthday cake. It's just like a cute little bear, and it's a Sunny Angel, and it's sitting down, and I think some of them are holding like a balloon, and they have party hats. So I am super excited about that. I ordered it on Amazon because, like I said, they were sold out on the website. But then literally the next day, you guys, which is yesterday, let me tell you a story. I was casually, refreshing the Sunny Angels page, saying, maybe they'll do a restock. When all of a sudden, the screen, like, the website, like, went blank for a second. It was like, this web page won't load. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? So I refresh it again. I, exit out and then go back to it. Boom. They restocked so many. So naturally, I ordered 5. I have a real issue. I am sick in the head. Like, we knew this. I am literally sick in the head, but I need to stop. The thing is, though, now that my whole TikTok personality is Sunny Angels, that's what people are following me for. I'm like, oh, I gotta keep up with this. Which, don't get me wrong, I love it. It's so fun, but I kind of wish I blew up for something else. I don't know. It's cool, though. I really do enjoy it. I just hope that maybe I can get that audience to come over here to the pod, because it's more fun over here, Well, maybe not all the time, but anyways, yeah, treating anything as a birthday gift, anything. I'm like, this coffee is a birthday gift. Oh, I'm going to go buy myself lunch as a birthday gift. Like, girl, your birthday's in 2 weeks. Be for real. Anyways, that was the weekly report. Let's get into some updates. There's no reason my weekly report should be 20 minutes long, but that's where we're at right now. Lemon water break. Sorry, this just feels so nice on my throat right now. But the coffee grounds are really taking me out. I can't. Ew, it's actually kind of gross, but I shouldn't have even told you guys that. Okay. I do have a quote of the week, which I do want to, it's kind of the quote of the last couple weeks because I've been experiencing like a tsunami of anxiety, and I really never know what it stems from until I start journaling about it. And I have my journal here today because I think I wanted to just kind of like have it to look at. But I feel like, I'll give you just like a little glimpse of how much I wrote yesterday. I feel like I never know what the problem is or like why I'm anxious until I put a pen to paper. And it's like my best friend Kennedy was telling me whenever I told her this, she was like, whenever you write versus just thinking in your head, whenever you write, you're going word by word. So your brain is forced to like really spell it out for you, literally spell it out for you, what is happening up there. And I was like, wow, you're so right. Like, that's why I'm trying to get back into the habit of journaling, because whenever I start writing, when I think I don't know what's going on, it's like my hand, the pen is just telling me, oh, that's what I was worried about. That's what's going on, because it all just flows so easily because you have to go word by word and you're forcing your mind to slow down a little bit and you're like, okay, this is the root of the problem. Anyways, quote of the week is, worrying is like worshiping the problem. Worrying is like worshiping the problem. And it seems like such a simple revelation, but when I first heard this, I genuinely was like, whoa, like that is the truest thing ever. Worrying is worshiping the problem. If you are constantly thinking about the problem, thinking about the outcome, thinking about a situation, that's you worshiping it. If you're constantly talking about it, setting your mind to it, if it's what you think about first thing in the morning, last thing at night, you are worshiping the problem. And it truly goes to show that our thoughts have so much impact on our lives, and the way we speak to ourselves and the way we think thoughts to ourselves, that really does impact who we are as a person and how we act. Like if I'm constantly telling myself like, oh, this is going to happen. Oh, you're not going to do good at that. Oh, no, you can't say that. Why did you say that? It's going to make me even more anxious, It's never going to do you good to speak negatively on yourself or worship the problem. It's never going to do something positive for you. It's only going to be negative. So I just really wanted to share that quote because it really resonated with me the past couple of weeks. And, I've been doing good, but there has been several rounds of anxiety recently. And again, that also kind of stems from not making the best decisions for myself the past couple of weeks, not being healthy in the mind or body. So anyway, let's get into some life updates. I want to talk about, Wicked is coming so soon to movie theaters. I think it's November 9th, I want to say. Let's look it up. Wicked, the movie. November 27th. So that's in a couple months. Literally, that's in a couple months. I'm so excited. I don't think you guys realize how pumped I am for this movie. I know it's going to make me sob. I know it's only the first part, but like, I will gladly wait another year for the second one as long as I know they're doing it right. You know what I mean? They're really taking their time with it. It's going to be a masterpiece, and I just can't wait. I'm also looking forward to, obviously, my birthday. We've already talked about that. I am in full fall mode, to be honest with you guys. I've been really treasuring my nights after work, my nighttime, my evenings with myself. And I think I've said this before, probably a couple weeks ago. I really cherish the evenings that I spend with myself with a glass of wine. My candles are going. I have a well-lit room. I have a book in hand. I'm watching my favorite show. I love the ambiance of it all. I really like to feel cozy and to have just a really great environment to sit down and relax. I feel like I'm not the type of person who can just sit in a dark room and scroll on my phone, or else I'll literally crash out. So yeah, I've been really enjoying my downtime. I think it's a great change from last week when I was not taking care of myself. This week, I'm really, really putting myself first and, only doing things if I really feel like it. And that goes for today as well. Like I said to you guys, I'm trying to be honest with you. I haven't been motivated to record, and it's okay to take a break. And I think last week is what I needed. I needed to focus on family. We really did have a lot going on last weekend. I needed to help out around the house. My brother-in-law, my brother and my sister-in-law and my nephews just moved here, and they are living in our city now. So helping out with them, doing my jobs, getting back into the swing of things. Last week was kind of just a crazy week, and it didn't make sense for me to stop and sit down and record a pod when I really had nothing to talk about, and I didn't have any motive. I'm not ever going to force myself to do something that I don't want to do. And I don't know. I think I needed a week off to remind myself, okay, I do really love doing the podcast. I do really want this to move forward. I do really want to work on it and really, turn it into something that could be great and bigger. But I need to make sure I'm in the right headspace for that. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about pop culture, concert culture, ticket prices. I've been really struggling with the fact recently that I cannot see a lot of my favorite singers in concert anymore because, one, I'm extremely busy. It's very hard to take off work when you work in childcare because these people are reliant on you to watch their children. And like my school buildings, my job, we are very, we're understaffed a lot of the times. I mean, not really, it's doable. We have the people that we need, but we're always needing help. And so I feel guilty about taking off. Oh my God, sorry about that, headphone users. I feel guilty about taking off because, I'm needed, and it feels great to be needed, but it is hard. It is hard to take time off. But I will say, it's also just the ticket prices. Ticket prices in concert culture have risen rapidly, and it's very unfair, and it is very sad because, a lot of scalpers will get on and buy these tickets immediately and resell them for thousands and thousands of dollars. But it's just truly so unfair to, fans who have been true fans for years and years, and they can't even go to this concert for this highly anticipated album to see one of their favorite artists that maybe even saved their life or changed their life. And it stinks because this day and age, I feel like you have to just have so much money to be able to go to a concert, because when you think about a concert, especially living in Springfield, Missouri, not a lot of people come to Springfield, Missouri. It's either St. Louis or Kansas City. And that's hard because then, okay, I have to factor in gas prices. I have to factor in a hotel maybe because I don't want to drive back after the concert. Even if I do, that's a lot of traveling. You have to factor in food and, wearing an outfit if you're someone who likes to buy a certain outfit for a concert. But it's just, and then you have to pay for water at the concert on top of that so you don't pass out. Like, it's just so, it saddens me. It makes me really sad because if you knew me when I was younger, my sister and I went to a lot of concerts, which I'm so, so grateful for. It's just that's always what we asked for birthdays and Christmases, concert tickets. We just wanted to go see concerts all the time, It was like so fun starting the year and being like, oh, hi, Toby. Toby decided to join us. Hi, baby. What have you been up to? Anyways, we used to start off the year and be like, oh, these are the artists we're seeing this year. Like, this is the concert lineup for the year. Like, I'm so excited. And I don't really get that anymore. And it really does make me so sad because concerts are something, I know some people don't particularly like concerts. They think it's a waste of money. But for me, it is such a moving moment to be able to go and see your favorite person, your favorite artist, someone whose lyrics or, words really touched or changed my life. It's so moving and it's life altering to see them in person and be in the same room as you and hear them sing your favorite songs. And it just really sucks that not a lot of people these days get to experience that anymore because of how concert culture has changed and because of the cost of tickets. It's just, it feels so unfair for true fans. And I'm not saying that people who are going to concerts this year aren't true fans. They're the lucky ones. I'm just saying, you know, there are little girls and boys out there who don't have a voice for themselves yet, or maybe they don't have a voice because, you know, they're sheltered or they don't have a great home life, and they don't get to go see their favorite in concert because their parents won't let them, or they don't have the money, or, you know, it's just impossible for their situation. And it makes me so sad. And I don't know. I just think a concert can be so special, and it can really save someone, to be honest with you. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've sobbed my eyes out at a concert thinking, wow, I really needed to hear this live, and screaming at the top of my lungs with this artist. Anyways, that's a little tangent, but I just, you know, there's so many tours going on right now. Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan are on the Sweat Tour, which is their joint tour. It's like they just sing club music, and I just am obsessed with it. Charlie just brought Lorde out last night, I believe, to sing Girl So Confusing, and I'm so jealous I wasn't there. It was so awesome. She also brought out Addison Rae the other day to sing Diet Pepsi. I just feel like these big productions are so back, and like, I haven't been to a concert in so long where there was like a huge production with like dancing and a theme and everything since Taylor Swift. You know, like Taylor Swift, she does that so well, and so it's really nice to see like pop is so back. Pop concerts are so back, and I'm just bitter because I can't be there, you know? It makes me so sad. And of course I love seeing the videos. I'm so grateful for everyone who posts their high quality videos, but I'm like, damn, like that should be me, you know? And Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet tour just started last night. It looks epic. It looks incredible. I love her branding this album, this era. It is just, it feels like you're at a slumber party. She has like on her stage design, her stage setup, she has this sunken in couch that's heart-shaped. And at one point in the show, like it's a little more intimate part of the show where she sings a surprise song and everything, or like a cover, and they're all just, it's her and her dancers sitting in this sunken couch in the stage, and they're just in pajamas and like little lacy lingerie, and it's like I'm literally at a slumber party. It's so cute, it's so sweet, and I just love her stage presence. I think she's an amazing person. I think she's a great pop star. I'm so glad that she's getting the fame and recognition she deserves, because she's so awesome. Which, by the way, this notebook that I have right now is from the emails I can't send to her. It's from my VIP package. It says, "It's times like these, wish I had a time machine so I could go back to the emails I can't send to her again." True. I miss that tour so much. I miss that we got those tickets for $100 and we got VIP and we were able to sit, or we stood in the pit. Like I was 2 rows away from her. Anyways, super happy for everyone who does get to go see her. I'm just really jealous of you. And last but not least, Gracie Abrams is on tour right now. She's on her Secret of Us tour. And I think this is the one that I'm most devastated about, because the day I'm recording this, she plays in Kansas City tonight. And, you know, there's no way I can be there. And it breaks my heart because Gracie Abrams is one of those artists for me that she really changed my life. I think that her music was there for me in some of my hardest times, and the way she writes and the way she sings her lyrics is so vulnerable and haunting and raw, and it just really hits you deep in there. I don't know. I appreciate her artistry so much, and I just think she's such a beautiful soul, and I see in her music and in her lyrics, I relate to her on such a deep level, and I'm so happy for everyone that gets to go tonight. But God, like that is the one show I really wish I could be at. Also, sorry if you hear Toby munching on his food right now. I don't know why he decided to eat breakfast right now. Hey baby, is that good? I love you. He's looking at me like, why are you talking to me right now? Anyways, I love Gracie Abrams. I think she is breathtakingly beautiful. I think she's insanely talented, and her music is so important to me. And I am glad that my girl Sydney gets to go see her. She's seeing her not tonight, but another night. But I'm so glad that you get to see her, Sid, because Gracie Abrams to Sydney is like Taylor Swift to me. You know what I mean? And like I do love Gracie Abrams at that level too, but like Taylor Swift will always be my top. But God, I'm just so heartbroken I don't get to see her, you guys. Like, these are the 3 most incredible tours happening right now. And I don't get to be there. And I just needed to come on here and complain about it because I don't have the time nor money. Like, if I could go to the concert tonight, I would. But I cannot take off work because we have an important meeting. And I also just don't have $200 to drop right now. So, we're just going to have to live vicariously through my friends that are going, or I might just shut off my phone tonight. I don't know, because I don't want to see it. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. Like, Gracie Abrams, you changed my life. I love you. But anyways, I do want to talk about one more thing today, and it's kind of like a little heavier topic, but it's sort of just where my anxiety has stemmed from these past couple weeks. I think that at this age, in this generation, in this time of life, young people are being not forced, but like we have to work at least 2 jobs to make somewhat of a living. And even 3 jobs like isn't covering it for us anymore. And it's like my friends and I, we are always just working. And so we don't get to have like special get-togethers as much as we used to. And it's just kind of something that it's been a hard pill for me to swallow, knowing that we're all so busy and we can't just see each other whenever we want, because girl time is so precious to me and it's so important to me. And spending what's the word? Intentional time with my friend group is something that means a lot to me. And I feel like I need that intentional time to, what is the love language for that? It's not intentional time, it's quality time. Quality time is a huge love language for me. I need to be around people and just soak up every moment with them to know that we are good. And so it's difficult for me to be apart from my friends because then I'm like, oh no, like I haven't spoken to them in a while. Like, are they mad at me? No, they're not mad at you. It's just we're all so busy. We all have so much going on in our lives, and it's scary and it's weird because, you know, I see all these people on TikTok and like other like older people telling me like, enjoy your 20s, like go out and have fun in your 20s, but we're all working, trying to make a living, you know? It's like there's such a conflict between living it up in your 20s but also like being responsible, and you can do both. It's just like right now we're also stressed about our futures and stressed about making money for our futures that we're having so much trouble focusing on living in our 20s. And I can only speak for myself. I obviously can't speak for my friends, but I'm sure they would agree that we're all so busy. There's always something going on constantly. We always have a responsibility looming over us, and it's so hard to let loose and have fun sometimes. And I am glad it's tailgate season, because those are the times that we get to come together and kind of let loose on a Saturday and watch football and, you know, have a couple beers or 10, who knows? You never know. But it does, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it sucks that we have to lock in. It sucks that at 21 years old, we feel the weight of the world on our shoulders, and we have to find a way to comfortably we have to find a way to make a living so that we can live comfortably, and we also have to set up a plan for our future. It feels like too much for a 21-year-old to endure. And it feels like we were robbed of a chunk of our life that should be meant for discovering ourselves. I'm getting ahead of myself. I know I am, because I'm still only 21. I haven't been robbed of that time yet. You know, I have 9 years until I turn 30. And even 30 is young. 40 is young. Like, I try to remind myself that. It's just so hard not to focus on the stress of it right now. It's so hard living in the present without thinking about the future. It's so hard. It's always been hard for me to live in the moment, because I'm constantly have my head in the past or the future and never the present. And I think, you know, that's why I enjoy my evenings so much by myself, because I'm really able to just be in the moment, be present, recognize, okay, I have a candle burning, I am reading my favorite book, I have a comfort show in the background. This is right now, this is not tomorrow, this is not yesterday. And so I'm really trying to work on that. I just, I kind of wanted to touch a little bit on it because I think a lot of my anxiety has been from like missing my friends, and like, it's hard because it feels like everyone is so caught up in their own lives. It's hard for us as people to check in on everyone else because we have so much shit going on in our own lives, and we are trying to just stay afloat. And I don't know, it's hard to not look back on the past and think like, oh, like my parents had it so much easier, or like they were moved out in their own house like by 20, or like, it's hard to not look back on that and think of how much the world has changed. But it has, and we learn to adapt and grow and live with it. We're adaptable human beings. We're adaptable creatures. We always have been. We always will be. We learn and we grow from it, and we learn to morph into the spaces that become too small for us. Did that even make sense? Okay, I need to stop trying to be philosophical. But anyways, you guys, let's just be done. Let's just be done today. What I'm trying to say is I really miss my friends. I really miss my best friend, Kennedy. She's long distance best friend. And I saw this TikTok the other day that said like, it was a letter from a long distance friend to another long distance friend. And the friend said, although you're there and I am here, I can't help but wish here and there could merge. And first of all, that made me sob. But Kennedy is meant to be where she is, and I'm meant to be where I am. And I think everything has happened the way it has, as it should, as it's supposed to. And it's so hard being long distance best friends with somebody. I'm just rambling at this point. I miss my friends. I miss genuine human connections. I miss feminine energy. I miss laughter and playfulness and stressless nights, Sorry to end on a sad note. I miss my girls, and I am looking forward to the fun weeks we have coming up. We have a tailgate this weekend. We have family weekend this weekend. Then after that weekend, we're going to Arkansas to visit our dear friend Emma. And then the weekend after that is my birthday celebrations. And the weekend after that is Brittany's birthday celebrations. We really do have a whole month of spending time together coming up. So I'm just being sappy right now, and I just shut up because I have so many good things to look forward to. Okay. Anyways, go follow me on Instagram at lakynolmsted. Follow my other Instagram, lovelettersfromlakyn. I will absolutely be posting on that more in the coming months. Follow my TikTok at lakynolmsted if you're interested in my Sunny Angels content. I will do another unboxing next week, hopefully. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, this has been a love letter from Lakyn. Bye, guys.